Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're at Fredonia Community Center. We're using the tripod fully extended for video. We're going to set up the camera for our live streaming. And so, simple tripod, undo these latches, extend the legs. Here we use it on the floor, so we're extending all of them. If we're at Guthrie, we put it on a countertop in the back of the room so we don't extend it all the way. Adjust the handle so we can maneuver the camera without moving the whole entire thing and jerking it around. We're gonna place it decent far back so we can get everybody, all the singers, all the speakers and the screen. And once you plug everything up, you can always move it again. Just hold it pretty well. It's about there. Then we grab the camera. So at Fredonia, all the camera stuff is in the back. So we will be using long cords that will be needed to cover up by mats or by the chairs that people sit in. Here's our camera. Nice fancy camera. Also sponsored by the Davis Tribe. For all your AV and camcorder needs. So to latch on the camera, it has this little slide, this grooved part on the bottom that slides right into the front or the back of the tripod, where there's also these little grooves they slide into. So you're gonna loosen this one, putting it this way, loosens it up so it can fit in. And on this side, there's a red button that also unlatches so you can slide things through right here. So you push that in, slide it in, and once it's on, you let go of the button, and it won't let it slide completely off, but it still moves around. So that's what the other latch is on the other side for. So you can keep it tight so it doesn't slide around. Right here. There, this tightens it. You can jiggle it and it won't move. Then, in the bag, we got the power supply. Take it out of the front pocket. Sometimes it gets put in the main pocket, but it will be left in the bag. And back here we have our power supply. We're working on getting better batteries for longer period of times and a better charging cord. But for now, we leave it plugged in and charging while we're recording so we don't lose the video halfway through. Since here, AV's in the front, and all the recordings in the back. We don't always see it. So if it goes out and we don't know, that's all service. Of course, we'll see it on the streaming, on the live stream, but we don't always pay attention to that all the time. And next is this cord right here. It has an adapter so that the cord can go in sideways. You always want to leave this on the cord so we don't lose it. Or you can leave it on the camera. It'll stay there too. But that'll be on this side. There's these latches right here. The farthest one to the front is HDMI and USB. Plug that into HDMI. And you just start unwinding the cord so you get to the front. And always keep in mind to keep it a little loose because we do need to cover up the wires. So we might need to extend them certain ways. Pull them underneath certain things, so always think about giving a little bit of leeway. Go to the front. Always go to the nearest wall, closest to the AV stuff, which is going to be this side. And always aim for the power socket, which is going to be right over here. Because this is where our power cord is going to connect to. So we're going to get it close to here, so that way we can cover up both cords with one mat. Go down, go around our TV, which we will talk about later. screw. Go around the back because people do walk through here, even with the TV right there. People think they can slide right through. And we're actually going to slide this TV up a little bit. We'll do that later because this needs to be close to a power cord. Okay, so we got plenty of slack. So we just in case we need to make any adjustments. And you find the other end of the cord. It has this HDMI to USB adapter. And that is going to go into the church laptop so that the streaming service can use, the laptop use that as its camera for streaming. We will have another video on about how to set that up. But for now, this is just how to plug it in. Always be patient. Never rush James. He works better when he's not under being rushed. Although he still does a good job. I'm gonna put it underneath this leg over here, so that way us moving around doesn't pull any cords.
Because these are just
Make sure it's always behind the cord, and then we're gonna slide it in between the two tables. So that way it's right here, access for USB on either side of the laptop right here. When you find a USB port, this is our new laptop, so it'll be right here. You plug it in. And once we start all the programs, it'll pick up the camera as a USB camera, and it will find it right away. Next is the power supply. Make our way back. Come on. So we're already plugged into the power supply. So we have this green extension cord. We prefer the green. We have longer ones, but the less cord we have to use, the better. And the green's just long enough if for some reason that outlet's not available or not working, we can reach ones farther in the back or even ones farther in the front. So same situation, when you're setting it up, keep a little slack. That way, you have plenty of extra to cover up. Now, you don't want to unravel it all the way, because if you leave it all unraveled, there'll be a bundle of wires here, and the more people that walk around it, better chance for them to trip. So you're only going to leave a little bit rolled up when you plug it into the wall. You're going to put it right underneath, and it has this Velcro strap. You can Velcro it. It stays winded enough where you don't need to, but of course safety is important here. We do have kids that come to church, and they have a lot of energy, and soon more kids will be here. That's the camera. It's all plugged in, and now we're just turning it on. On this right side right here, there is a power switch. It says off and on. You're gonna press down this little white latch. It basically locks it in place. Flick it down, and you see the light come on. And on the front, you'll see our blue ring around the camera lens. That's blue. And if that's blue, it means it's on 100%. And that's how you set up the camera. Of course, we have our zoom right here. If you ever do need a zoom for the service itself, it's right here. And the screen, to see what the camera is, you can look through here, but also has a screen. You can see JC right in the middle. So you use the zoom right there. There's also a zoom up here, but the one on the side is easier. This little lever zooms in and out. And then when you adjust the camera, you want to adjust it looking at the screen first. There's this lever right here that helps with pivoting. You don't have to tighten that the whole time, but you can leave it loose just in case you need to make adjustments. To go up and down is this one right here. You can go up and down. Usually try to keep the speaker towards the center and not completely in the center. You can always adjust it to make it more centered. And you will adjust the camera depending on where the singers are, where the speaker wants to like to walk to or stands behind the podium. And then you will have to make adjustments every now and then. But for the most part, you'll be centered in the center, zoomed in just enough so you can see at least the last microphone on the right and the last one on the left. In this case, only one, so more on the right. If you are AV and you do not want to be on the whole entire service, our table's over there. So you can always adjust it to where you're just out of view if you don't want to be on the service the whole entire time. That's usually how we set it up, around there. If we have someone available back here to zoom in, they can come up and zoom in on the speaker when they're talking, or zoom in on like the person needs service, the welcome, and then zoom back out when they're not doing that. Always make sure that the projector's in the screen, and at least most of the singers, all the singers preferably, and the speaker. And that's it for the camera.